Hi, I'm Sara G Allison and I'm a trichologist of nearly 3 decades now. So I'm an expert in hair loss and I've helped thousands of men and women to regrow their hair naturally. And I have founded this company, Hair Today, More Tomorrow, and created a whole range of wonderful products for you. So I'm here today to talk to you about vitamin D and your hair follicles and why that's so important for hair growth. So I have been very, very passionate about vitamin D for a very, very long time now. And it's only recently been more recognized as being crucial to your health and hair. But as I said, it's something I've been so passionate about for a very long time, since 2009 in actual fact. I remember the date quite clearly, and because that was when I became a member of the Vitamin D Council and the grassroots of both of these organisations are doing a lot of research into vitamin D. And I attended many, many conferences back then worldwide about vitamin D. So I have been a pioneer really with introducing vitamin D into my treatment plans for my clients. And I do believe that's one of the key reasons why I get such great results with growing hair naturally in my clients. And on to ensuring that my clients have optimal vitamin D levels. Obviously, there are other factors that are in play when I'm dealing with a client, and it wouldn't solely be vitamin D, but it's a huge factor. It's very complex, the whole hair loss issue, which is why I would recommend that you subscribe to this channel, because there's lots of different areas that we need to cover. But as I said, vitamin D is one of the most important ones. Until a few years ago, I used to think that people in the UK mainly only need to top up their vitamin D between the months of October to May, when the sun is at its lowest. However, years of client blood testing, now I've been testing my clients' blood levels for, as I said, 4 years, before and after taking supplementation, and I monitor them every 6 months, so ongoing for 4 years. And so I've got quite a lot of data on this, and I have noticed that when clients stop taking the vitamin D in the summertime, thinking they're going to get a lot of sun, that actually the vitamin D levels are dropping without taking the supplementation. So I think there could be a few reasons for that. I did one I don't really want to mention here on a YouTube video because of algorithms, but you can read my blog post on that. But there is a lot of blocking out of the sun rays, generally from pollution in the air by people applying sun creams and sunblocks very, very liberally. And I think that's fine if you want to protect your face, because the sun can be very aging for your skin. So I think that's fine if you want to protect your face, but don't do it all year round, because you don't want to be putting SPFs on your face all year round when the sun isn't that strong to cause you to burn during those winter months, because actually the SPFs can cause loss on the frontal fibrosing alopecia on this front bit. That's another topic for another time. But don't use SPFs all year round, only when you need to. Vitamin D from the sun or supplements, it's crucial not only for the cells in your hair follicles to optimize growth, but for every single cell in the body for physical and mental health. And it's anti-aging too. So it's also especially valuable for protection against viruses and for optimizing your immune system. So this isn't just for your hair. And the way that I get people to regrow their hair is by getting them to be as healthy and happy as possible. So vitamin D is very, very important for that. The other thing I want to mention is that because of a lot of people eating less red meat and dairy products nowadays, that's another reason why people's vitamin D levels are dropping. So it is very important that if you are cutting down on your red meat intake and your dairy products, that you do increase your vitamin D, because vegetarians and vegans are very, very low on vitamin D, much, much lower than meat eaters. The key really is supplementation. So you really do need to supplement. Of course, unless you're living in a sunny country, not in the UK, because obviously I'm based in the UK. And most of my clients are in the UK, but I do have international clients too. But even the ones in Australia or sunny places are actually protecting themselves probably more from the sun, or staying outside or staying indoors out of the sun because it's too hot. So it is a tricky one. So because you're living in a sunny country doesn't mean that you are getting good levels of vitamin D, because I said, I get clients, or they go to Dubai or other places like that. And it's just too hot to be in the sun. So I really do recommend supplementation. I think it's mostly that pretty much all of my clients need to supplement with vitamin D. I have formulated my own supplement for vitamin D because not all vitamin D is equal. And quite often when clients do get their bloods done and the GP, their doctor, says that they have low vitamin D, go away and take some vitamin D supplementation. They don't give them any advice about what dosage to take. And people will just go to the local health food shop or wherever, or online, and they don't really know what they're looking at, but they will just buy a vitamin D. Oh, that's cheap, I'll buy that one. And you really need to look at the dosage, and a lot of people would think they're taking a good amount of vitamin D and it's just not a high enough level. So I recommend taking at least 4,000 international units, but usually more. It depends. When I do people's blood tests, I will look to see what their level is, and they may need to go on what I call a loading dose. So a much higher dose to begin with to get your levels up quickly, and then going on more of a maintenance dose. Now, the good news about vitamin D is the body can store it, but it can't store it for very long. So you do have to keep taking the supplements. Really, the body can only store it for sort of about, I do say that the half-life is 2 months, but I find that it's probably more like 1 month. You do need to keep taking it, because your levels will drop without keeping it topped up and maintaining it. It's very important also when you're looking for a vitamin D supplement that you're getting one with K2. Vitamin K2 is very, very important, because when you're taking vitamin D, it actually increases the absorption of calcium. Now, that's another thing, is that people sometimes think they've got very low calcium levels and they take calcium supplements. If you've got low calcium, you really need to take vitamin D, because if you take vitamin D, that helps to increase your calcium levels. So you want that calcium directed to your hard tissues, like your bones and your hair, rather than in your soft tissues. Now, that's why you want to take vitamin K2 with vitamin D, because that helps to direct the calcium into the right places. And of course, not all vitamin K2 is equal either. There are different forms of vitamin K2. So in my supplement, I have MK7, which is still widely considered to be the most superior form of vitamin K2. And it has an impressive half-life. That's a life of 72 hours compared with 1.5 hours of the most commonly used vitamin K2. So in my vitamin D, I also add vitamin K1, and that's rarely mentioned by anybody, but it actually works in synergy to boost K2. So that's why I put that together in my vitamin D supplement. In my vitamin D supplement, I also have magnesium, because most people are not aware that it's important as a team player, because it works behind the scenes to make things happen. It's quite good for releasing energy from your cells and activates over 300 enzymatic reactions that run inside your body every single day, maintaining normal nerve and muscle function. Now, magnesium is similar to vitamin K, because it helps to regulate the calcium and the vitamin D uptake. So for use across the bones and the cells. So it stops the calcium building up in hair follicles, which can hinder the growth of hair. So moreover, its action is as a neurotransmitter. It can improve your mood, reduce anxiety and insomnia too. So again, there are different types of magnesiums as well. So in my vitamin D supplement and in all my supplements, I have the most highly bioavailable magnesium form, which is magnesium bisglycinate. Not easy to say. It's considered the best form and the most bioavailable, so most readily absorbed and tolerated into the body, so it has very few side effects. The other thing that I also put into my vitamin D supplement is zinc, and I have the most highly bioavailable form of zinc, which is zinc bisglycinate. And again, zinc is also renowned for hair regrowth and for your skin health and for your immune system too. But you might not also know that it's also very good for reversing grey hair. So I would really highly recommend that you get my vitamin D supplement rather than any other, because then you're making sure you're getting a really high dose of vitamin D and you're getting all the other things that help work in synergy with the vitamin D in your body. And so it's very, very vastly superior to any other vitamin D out there. It doesn't have any fillers or bulking agents, and you can get that on my website, hairtoday.com. And if you are having any problems with your hair and you would like to book a consultation, then I'd love to see you. My details here if you want to contact us, or go onto the website. There's a free guide that you can download on the website, 7 Secrets to Stop Thinning Hair. So please do that, and please like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more. Okay, bye for now.